One of the biggest challenges in business is getting started from the beginning. And maybe most of the people are just sitting in front of YouTube and they're saying, hey, I have literally no capital to start. How should I start an online business? I know it's very cheap, but I don't even have a couple of $100. And today we want to discuss the 10 best websites and ways to make money online in 2020 right now. We ourselves, my name is Lenny, this is Nick, traveling the world currently in Dubai. Everything is just because of making money online, right? Because of websites that give you the possibility to make money online, run ads on Facebook and all these things. So it's really crazy. It changed our lives, and that's why we want to give you the same skills and the same knowledge we have, so it can change your life too, so you can travel the world, do whatever you want. First of all, there are too many ways out there to make money, whether it's online or not online, but today it's mainly about online, where you can make a lot of money online, and a lot means 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 a month, dollars, euros. It's too easy, so you don't have to go out there and do a 9-to-5 job, a corporate job, or anything. There is so much money spent online every single day, okay? Billions and billions of dollars. There are like big players like Amazon, they're taking a huge part of this, and you can take this mini piece of the market share. So true. Nobody would ever realize it. Just being a little bit creative makes you so much money. So for example, let's say you have no clue of anything, you don't know how to do things, you don't have the skill except of sleeping, not being good at school. That was us. If that's you, perfect. You're on the right track. Udemy and Skillshare. People are selling their knowledge. If they know something, they just upload the tutorial how to do it, for example, Photoshop or anything, or gaming or whatever, how to be good at it, and they sell it. You don't have to look for marketing or whatever, because Udemy, the website, is doing that for you. They're getting the people on the website. They have hundreds of millions of people visiting their website. You may ask yourself, you just said, I don't know anything except of sleeping, eating, costing money for my parents, you know, all these things and taking space away. The thing is, you don't have to. So we just checked before the video, just go on YouTube and Google Photoshop tutorial. Photoshop, just as an example, right, with Photoshop. It can be anything, any skill out there. How to do a handstand even, okay? Even though that's nothing what I would do, but Photoshop, for example. People are willing to pay for that. So you go, Google how to do it, even if you have no clue how to do Photoshop, you just replicate the entire video one by one. You make a free account on Photoshop. So the very important is that you go on YouTube and you check what has a lot of clicks, because this is social proof. What has a lot of clicks means a lot of people are interested, and you want to take something which has a lot of clicks. I'm just thinking of a couple of ones. You could go into how to train your dog. Okay. You could definitely go into a Photoshop tutorial. You can go to how to edit videos. The craziest thing is you don't have to even have the skill. You just copy the thing out of YouTube. Just start off with this. For sure. Even if you don't have a dog, just ask someone, hey, can I borrow your dog? And just give them, like, put him in the video or something, and then do the things that you see on YouTube someone else doing very, very successfully. There's so many things out there that you can do. Those were just a few examples, but just be a little creative. Makeup, for example. Makeup tutorial. Or you have a sister or a cousin, any female, or a mom even. You could go into another target group. Yoga tutorial, or whatever, like a yoga course and all these things. But for yoga course, you have to be a little bit, you know, you have to show that, be good at it a little bit. But there's so many things that you actually don't have to be really good at. That's the first thing. You have Udemy and Skillshare. Now there are more things that I personally wouldn't do, except when you have $0 in your bank account and you literally don't have parents where you can get like $100 or something. If you're on zero broke, then there are things out there like Bird scooters. They pay you up to $60 that you go out there, collect those scooters and recharge them at your home. So you can just go on bird.com, the scooters, and you check their website out. There's so many scooter companies. There's so many out there that are willing to pay you. What's also pretty good is what you can make, where you can make a couple of $100 a month or even $1,000. We just launched another online business. We had a video and we needed a transcript of this. So what I did is I went on Fiverr and I hired a person. I paid her 80 to $100, and she was just listening to a video and she was typing down the text of this video. Right, it's like you hear the voice like as if you watch a movie, and you just write like for subtitles or something. You write the text you hear, right? Yeah. So that's, everyone can do that. You can use Grammarly if your grammar is not really good and your spelling, it's for free. That's so simple, right? And there are so many brands and companies out there. Like we, for example, even hired someone for $100 to do that, and it was not a long video, just because we said, oh, we'll rather let someone else do it. Imagine big companies. It took her maybe an hour or maybe an hour and a half, and she got like $100. Right, that's crazy. Be a little creative about these things. That's one thing. There's so many other things you can do on Fiverr. That's one thing you can do. Translating text. There are websites like deepl.com, deepl.com. Someone says, for example, let's say you know German, like we do, and an English guy was like, oh, I'm looking for English-German translation. Usually translating a text takes really long. And you take the entire text, you let them pay you like $100, $150. You take the entire text, put it into this free software I just gave you, and translate the entire thing. At the end, you get like the close to perfect, it's 10 times, 100 times better than Google Translator. It's so good. Just try it out. And then just go proofread it in the language you know, or you know someone who knows the language. You proofread it, you make a few adjustments so the grammar is perfect, but it's actually always perfect just in case, right? Because someone is paying you a lot of money for that. And you send it back, it costs you an hour maybe, and you can get up to a few $100s for that, because people actually think that you have the skill of being really good at translating. So what's now very important to say is to mention again, those are all things I would not do right now. For you, it's also very important, what you have to know is is this is not a valuable business, okay? So you can do this now in the beginning if you're very short on money, maybe $1,000 with this. If I was at zero, living at my parents, and I would say, hey, I need some money, I would literally go and start the Skillshare Udemy thing. This is so cool. You don't need any capital up front. You don't need any money. You can start with this, especially with your 15. It's super good to start like this. And then I would spend literally nothing of this money. I would eat at my parents. I would not go out and spend anything. Don't go to the club. Don't buy any sneakers. You don't need this right now. And then take all of this money and start my own online business. You can start with dropshipping. You can start an agency. You can start all of those things, but just don't spend this money. Try to build a skill. What do 99% of the people actually do? They go out there and they be like, I'll trade my time for money, right? So they get $10, $20 an hour, right? Let's say you mow a lawn. You get good at it, you do it fast and all that stuff. Suddenly you can get $25 an hour, maybe even $30 an hour or per lawn, right? But at a certain point, how high can you go? You can't go to $300 and you only have 24 hours in your day. You can't go further than a certain income, right? And that's with 99% of the hourly jobs, right? At McDonald's, cleaning. And so many people are there and they're like all frustrated because they don't have enough money. They work their tails off so hard and then they be like, world is unfair. It seems to make sense, but it's actually not true because you have to learn something. Let's say you start out doing Facebook marketing for companies out there. It's not anymore only radio, TV and stuff. People and restaurants need Facebook marketing, for example, right? So you can go out there and you can start advertising their products on Facebook for them and get a fee of $1,000, $2,000 a month from them. Let's say you work every week 5 hours, okay? 5 hours a week and you get $2,000 for that a month. You're like, wow, that's amazing because you bring them more than those $2,000 a month. Now the next thing you can do is you can get better at that. So as soon as you get really good at this, you can go out there to bigger brands and be like, hey, I'm close, I'm the best in the city in doing this. Pay me $10,000 a month. And you still only work your 5 hours a week. But why do you get paid more? Because you're better at something. Make sure you have a skill and you are in a job or in something, doing something where you can get paid based on how good you are, not based on how much time you put in. The next website, you go to redbubble.com. What they're doing is they're printing your designs on t-shirts, and if those t-shirts sell, like you don't have to do anything. You don't have to buy the t-shirts, you don't have to print on the t-shirt. No credit card or something, nothing. If they're selling your t-shirt, you get a cut of the money. Now the question is, how do you get your own design, right? You'd be like, oh, I'm not a designer. You don't have to be a designer for these things. You just go on, for example, Etsy.com. Everyone knows that they have all the traffic already, right? So you don't, again, like Udemy and Skillshare, you don't have to run traffic, you don't have to know marketing, you don't have to anything like that. No upfront cost because they already get the customers. You check on, for example, funny t-shirts or anything like that, or funny dog t-shirts, funny cat t-shirts, and then you check what is very, very high in the search term, right? For example, let's say if you go on Etsy and you Google funny dog t-shirt. On the first page, there are designs, t-shirts with designs with pug life, and then it's like, you know, like thug life, but pug life with this dog with a pug, you know what I mean? People that love their dog, that buy that stuff, okay? And you don't have to believe it, but it works. I have a friend of mine, even we did in the very, very beginning, we did our first, I think, $5,000 with, it's called print on demand. We started with that, and it's a really easy way to make money, okay? It's basically selling t-shirts, selling your designs on t-shirt without ever buying the t-shirts, without ever holding inventory. Another company is doing it for you and you get your own cut of it. So now you go on Etsy on this first page for funny dog and you copy the designs, make it very simple on canva.com. So simple. You go on YouTube, check out canva.com how to do like designs or something. It's like within 2 minutes, trust me. Even without a picture, just a funny saying. You've ever seen people like beer belly jokes and like what men are wearing on party islands and stuff. Just have to write it in a nice font, and the font is by Canva, right? So you don't have to do anything, and you can upload it on redbubble.com on the t-shirt, and they'll upload it on their store. And if you start making sales, just do 50 of those designs. It takes you a day or two. If one starts going viral, you can easily make $5,000, $10,000, and you'd be like, what the hell just happened? This is literally make money without having money, without even having a credit card. They'll pay you out. It's very legit. They have like 30 million visitors a month on your PayPal if you want, or Payoneer account, or whatever you want. Next super cool website is Shutterstock, and it's again super easy. In the beginning you would think, oh, you might have to be a professional photographer or something like that, but as long as you have maybe a camera at home or a new iPhone, a new phone with a good camera, whether it's Samsung or LG, like all of these phones have really good cameras right now. Even the Google Pixel is, I think, one of the best out there. So you just go out there and you take really good pictures of anything. Just go on YouTube, check how to take really good pictures, how to do really good 4K videos and all these things, and you just do that and upload upload it on Shutterstock. Literally, there's so many pictures. Just go on Shutterstock.com and you'll see that there's so many pictures that are not really hard to replicate, but they're still making a few $100s a week just from those because people are downloading them. Even we are literally downloading so many pictures for our brands out there from Shutterstock and all these websites, and this could be your picture, and you get literally paid higher royalties each time someone downloads your picture. Just get a little bit creative. You have to put in a little bit of work, right? Of course, you have to go out there. You can't just sit there and be like, I made $12. What? It doesn't work like that. You have to do a little bit of something, okay? And those are the things that are just so simple, and you never have to work ever in your life. A corporate job. You don't have to go out there and find a job like all your friends out there. A job you might not even like. There are too many ways out there to make simple money. You put double the effort, and you get 5 times the amount of money out of it. So that has to be the goal for you. How we went in a few months, literally from $150 in the bank account to over $150,000 in the bank account, and since then replicated and duplicated it over and over and over again, because it's a skill we learned and we can do it over and over again. So see you in the next video. We're gonna upload many more videos like this on how you can start, travel the world, make money online, how we did it, and get inspired. See you tomorrow.